Hello, konnichiwa, I'm Sakura. Today I'm diving into something super exciting, the sequel anime series dropping in summer 2025. This upcoming season is totally stacked, but let's be real. The sequels this time, they're next level. Out of all the returning hits, I picked 8 that I'm personally the most hyped about. And trust me, some of these are gonna blow up big time. By the way, I've already made a separate video all about the brand new anime coming this summer. So if you're curious about fresh titles too, make sure to check that out after this one. I've linked it in the description for you. And hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any updates. Alright, let's get into it. 1. The long-awaited sequel to a fan-favorite rom-com, My Dress-Up Darling Season 2. One of the biggest highlights of the stacked summer 2025 anime season has got to be Season 2 of My Dress-Up Darling. This series is a heartwarming romantic comedy where cosplay meets young love. It follows Gojo Wakana, a shy high school boy who's amazing at crafting traditional Hina dolls, and Marin Kitagawa, a flashy Gyaru who's totally obsessed with cosplay. As they team up to create costumes, the two of them slowly grow closer, and their chemistry is just too cute. Fans around the world fell in love with the super detailed cosplay scenes, Marin's bold and geeky personality, and of course, that slow burn romance that drives us crazy in the best way. If the anime sticks to the manga, Season 2 will kick off with the school festival arc. Gojo and Marin will aim for the top in the school's beauty contest, while also building new friendships with their classmates. Oh, and get this. Marin tries cross-playing as a guy for the first time. I'm really curious to see how the anime will explore the challenges and little details that come with gender-bent cosplay. If you're a Dress-Up Darling fan, drop a comment below. And if you want to hear me gush more about what makes this anime so special, I've got a whole video dedicated to it, links in the description. 2. Science Saru's next masterpiece, Dandadan, Season 2. Up next is Dandadan, Season 2, and honestly, this one's a total must-watch. Based on the hit Shonen Jump Plus manga, this series is a wild mix of the supernatural, aliens, and chaotic high school romance. Basically, two slightly eccentric teens, a UFO-believing boy named Okarun, and a psychic girl named Momo from a spirit medium family, get dragged into non-stop battles with ghosts, aliens, and yokai after awakening mysterious powers. What really sets this anime apart is the insanely fluid animation and ultra-fast-paced psychic fight scenes. Like, it's a visual roller coaster. Science Saru went all out on this. And on top of that, the voice acting is top tier. You've got Natsuki Hanai, who you might know as Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, and rising star Shion Wakayama. Their back-and-forth banter is just so fun to watch. Season 1 ended with a total cliffhanger. Momo, Okarun, and her childhood friend Gigi head to Gigi's place to investigate a curse. But then, bam! They all get attacked in different spots. Also, Okarun totally starts getting jealous of Gigi, which is so cute, by the way. My guess? Season 2 is gonna start right in the middle of a crazy battle. From the very first scene, it looks like we're jumping straight back into the chaos. And I can't wait to see how they escape this mess. The middle-aged hero we love. Kaiju No.8 Season 2. Let's talk about Kaiju No.8 Season 2. A hype-packed, action-heavy series set in a world where giant monster attacks have become part of daily life in Japan. Our main character, Kafka Hibino, is a former dreamer who gave up on joining the defense force and now works cleaning up kaiju corpses. But one day, everything changes. A tiny mysterious kaiju enters his body, and boom, Kafka becomes Kaiju number 8, a monster that can disguise himself as a human. Caught between protecting humanity and hiding his own terrifying secret, Kafka fights alongside his comrades in a clumsy but incredibly passionate way that just makes you root for him so hard. The manga has over 18 million copies in circulation, and the anime, produced by Production IG, the studio behind Haikyuu and other Jump hits, looks absolutely amazing. Also, random side note, but I loved how the Season 1 ending theme was in English. So stylish and different for a Jump anime. And guess what? Season 2 is finally introducing my favorite character, Captain Narumi from the First Division. I'm so hyped for him to show up. Oh, and just recently, it was announced that the manga will end in 2 chapters. Honestly, that news kinda broke my heart. I know it got some criticism, but I've always really loved this series, so it feels bittersweet. 4. The Ultimate Science Adventure, Dr. Stone Season 4, Part 2. Coming in hot is Dr. Stone Season 4, Part 2, the epic finale of one of the smartest and most thrilling science anime ever made. Set thousands of years after all of humanity was mysteriously turned to stone, this series follows Senku Ishigami, a genius teenage scientist, as he rebuilds human civilization from the ground up using nothing but the power of science. We're talking glass, electricity, antibiotics, even airplanes. All recreated from scratch in a primitive world. It's got that perfect mix of action, invention, and just pure hype that makes you go, wait, science is actually kinda awesome? The show already has 3 full seasons out, and part 1 of season 4 aired recently, so if you're even remotely into science, what are you doing? Go watch it right now. Even someone like me, who's not a science major or anything, could totally follow the step-by-step breakdowns of how everyday things are made. It's super fun and genuinely educational. Like, I've learned so much just by watching it. This season, the story heads to South America, the ground zero of the petrification phenomenon. And get ready, because the showdown with the American crew, led by Dr. Zeno and Stanley, is only going to get more intense. The South America arc is full of iconic scenes and unforgettable lines, especially near the end, so don't miss a single episode. 5. The Hitman Dad is Back, Sakamoto Days Season 1 Part 2. Next up, we've got Sakamoto Days, Part 2 of the first anime season based on the super popular Jump manga. This one's all about Taro Sakamoto, a legendary ex-hitman who's retired from the assassin life to live peacefully with his wife and daughter. But of course, peace doesn't last long. Now he's a wanted man, and a bunch of killers are coming for him. Still, he's doing everything he can to protect his quiet everyday life. What makes this series so fun is how Sakamoto uses all kinds of unexpected tools and clever tricks to fight. Not just brute strength, but creativity and pure dad instincts. Now, I've been following the manga since before the anime even dropped, so I was really excited when the adaptation was announced. But to be totally honest, Part 1 of Season 1 didn't hit as hard as I hoped. The animation, especially during some of the key fight scenes, just didn't have the same impact as what we've gotten used to with series like Demon Slayer or Jujutsu Kaisen. I know my expectations were probably too high, but still, I was kinda disappointed. That said, Part 2 is where things are really gonna heat up, especially with the intense battles against Slur and his crew coming up. Fingers crossed for a big comeback. 6. College Arc begins. Rascal does not dream of a Santa Claus, Seishun Buta Yaru series. Next up is the newest chapter in the Rascal Does Not Dream series, Rascal Does Not Dream of a Santa Claus. This series is a beautifully emotional, sometimes bittersweet romance drama that turns real-life teenage struggles into supernatural mysteries known as adolescence syndrome. People turn invisible, time loops, bodies swap, and through it all, our main character Sakuta Azusagawa tries to help those around him by listening to the quiet cries for help hidden deep in their hearts. This will be the 5th entry in the series, which already includes multiple movies and has built a huge fan base over the years. But the cool thing is, since each arc tells a different story, you can still enjoy this one even if you haven't seen everything before. In this latest chapter, Sakuta has entered college, and he's attending the same university as his girlfriend, the super famous actress Mai Sakurajima. Sounds like things should finally calm down, right? Wrong. He suddenly meets a mysterious girl dressed as a miniskirt Santa, and no one else on campus seems to notice her. Now it's up to Sakuta to figure out the cause of this strange phenomenon, and help her, just like he always does. 7. High-stakes Hawaiian drama, Rent a Girlfriend Season 4, Next up, Rent a Girlfriend is back with its 4th season, and things are heating up in the most chaotic arc yet, the Hawaiian's vacation arc. The story follows Kazuya Kinoshita, a totally average college guy who gets dumped by his first ever girlfriend. Heartbroken and desperate, he tries out a rental girlfriend service, and that's how he meets Chizuru Mizuhara. She seems like the perfect girl, sweet, polite, beautiful, until you realize she's actually super blunt and kind of a savage. Things spiral fast when they start pretending to be a real couple in front of Kazuya's family and friends. Soon, more and more girlfriend candidates show up, each with their own wild personalities, and the fake dating situation just keeps getting messier. This is a chaotic harem rom-com with a twist. That whole rental girlfriend angle makes it feel fresh and way more dramatic than your usual love comedy. And I've gotta say, Kazuya trying so hard with zero shame to win Chizuru's heart. Honestly, kind of admirable. Like, if someone fought that hard for me, I'd probably fall too. In Season 4, Chizuru goes on a family trip with Kazuya, still pretending to be his girlfriend. Will their secret be exposed? Will someone slip up and reveal the truth? This arc is full of tension and emotional landmines. It's unlike anything we've seen in the series so far, and I'm totally here for it. 8. Nearing the emotional peak, Call of the Night Season 2. And finally, we've got Season 2 of Call of the Night, the dreamy, mysterious, and slightly rebellious romance set in the quiet corners of the Midnight City. The story follows Ko Yamori, a middle schooler struggling with insomnia. One night, instead of going to school, he just walks out into the night. That's when he meets Nazuna Nanakusa, a free-spirited and totally unpredictable vampire. Ko starts thinking, maybe if I became a vampire, I could finally enjoy the night the way it's meant to be. From there, the two begin sneaking out every night, exploring the city, discovering strange new emotions, and slowly getting pulled into a unique blend of nighttime freedom and unexpected love. The second half of Season 1 was highly praised, and the hype for Season 2 is real. This time, Ku and Nazuna's relationship starts to shift in a big way, especially as the balance of power between them changes. And that shift? It makes things way more intense and emotionally complex. Also, let's talk about the music. In Season 1, CreepyNuts handled both the OP and ED, and it was so good, I honestly never skipped the intros. And yes, it's official. CreepyNuts is back for the Season 2 opening. The new PV already dropped, and the vibes are immaculate. Season 2 is where everything starts to come together, and honestly, it might just be the best arc yet. And that wraps up Sakura's top 8 must-watch sequel anime for summer 2025. If you felt like the spring 2025 season was a little underwhelming, yeah, I totally get it. But don't worry, next season is looking stacked, so now's the perfect time to get hyped and catch up. Every show I mentioned today is seriously worth watching, so if there are any titles you haven't seen yet, definitely go check out the earlier seasons. Also, if you have a sequel you're really looking forward to this summer, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're excited about. Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. Don't forget to give this video a like, and of course, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. Alright, see you in the next video. Bye bye!